Okay, so this world I also remember, and it was just a creative world that I was just building in. I was just deciding to build stuff, and this here was supposed to be a power plant, and I was trying to develop an engine, I think. Or no, this here was the piston door design, a secret piston door. But I was gonna try and build an engine of some some kind. I don't know what this was for. Okay, whatever. Um, this was a villager home, I believe, like the town hall, I think. Yeah, a town hall or a shop. This is the nether portal and the end portal room. This is another shop. So I discovered command blocks and set everything up here to give me, what was this? Ah, okay, so I didn't have to keep pushing the button. It would keep giving me stuff. Food. Does this one still work? Yeah, it does. So I can switch to day or night. Why don't work? Zero. Toggle downfall. Doesn't work. XP doesn't work. Brick doesn't work. Stone slabs doesn't work. This was the tree farm. Okay, so there was the power plant. That was supposed to be the power plant. Because this was going to be a cooling tower. And this here was something. Cobblestone generator. That's what that was. It was a cobblestone generator. This over here was the pumpkin and melon farm. Wow, again, before hoppers. The wheat farm. This was my house. I was very proud of this house, actually. Very proud of this house. Um, I'll get to that there in a moment. This here was the villager house, I believe. Or just like a house of some kind. My sugarcane farm, what was up with... Okay, whatever. I don't know. I think that was gonna be a barn. The mob farm, which I was also very proud of. Is it? Yeah, it was this one. Yeah, I was very proud of myself. I built and again, 13, actually, I was 12. 12-year-old me, without a tutorial, designed a, and I will show you, designed a spider separator all on my own. And this was it. What it was is the spiders would drop down here, and being that I knew they couldn't fit through a 1 block gap, they would be pushed across and swept out, and the other mobs couldn't fit through a 1 tall gap, so they would fall down. And I was so proud of myself for designing that myself. This over here, again, was a chicken farm, but why was it like this? Like, that's what I don't understand. Okay, so I get the minecart, but I don't understand why like my chicken farms are so crazy like that. Okay, so this again, when I first found out about command blocks and was able to give myself a spawner, well, I didn't know how to change the ID on the inside. So again, it made pigs. And this here was, so where'd this lever go? Okay, so that lever went there, but that would let the pigs come through. It would release this water. The pigs would rush down through here and go into this because I was able to give myself end portals. Okay, I didn't know about commands. I thought this was all through command blocks. So I gave myself command or end portals. They would go through, spawn in here. Water would then push them underneath here, down through here, into lava where they would be cooked. Yes. And then, oh god, I could not build staircases. And this was the bridge because that used to spawn way out there. And this was my messy redstone design. Because then I got, okay, so I would spawn down here. And then I would go through this door up here to the bridge. And then through here. And push water. So that would let them go through, that would push them down. Oh no! Whoops. I just broke it. What was push water 2? Oh, no lava. Hmm. Push water 2. Was this one? Right? Oh, okay. It would push them down here? Yeah, it would push them down here. They'd fall to their death, I think. Yep, that's what it was. Is they would fall to their death. So I could get raw pork or cooked pork. My favorite Minecraft song. Yeah, so that was this creative world. This was it. I was just building stuff in creative mode. The old End Island generation. Oh my god. What's this? What's that? I don't remember these. What? No. I didn't build these. What were those about? I don't remember those at all. I know I didn't build them. Huh. That's interesting. Okay. Alright, this one, because I did a lot of super flat because it ran better on the little piece of shit school laptop that I had. So this one was a super flat world, and if I remember if this is the world that I think it is, oh, did I just crash it? I have no idea where I'm at, so I want to see if that'll take me to a spawn. Yep, it is the world that I think it is. Okay, so, uh, wow, dude, the lag. Yeah, I started working on a wall. Yeah, I remember this one. Yeah, I remember this. Okay, so this here was my tree farm, and so where is it? There was another. Maybe I didn't build it yet, or maybe it was just these. But this is my tree farm to get all the wood and my dispenser for my dispenser for the bone meal. So really crude tree farm. Then this here. Wow, what is with this lag for a super flat world? That's crazy. I don't know where I got it. Probably from trading with villagers. But so yeah, you got my melon and pumpkin farm. Bob was the blacksmith villager that I had that was selling me diamond tools. And I don't even know if he actually died. I just couldn't find him. But then my wheat farm, potatoes and carrots. As you see, I was doing a good job on this fence going around. Um, and this was my house. Oh, wait, oh, this is the mine. Nothing great down there. It's just a mine. My chicken farm. I was very into chicken farms for some reason. But this house, actually, I copied almost block for block. Like, and I did the whole, well, actually, first going back, when I was doing this world, I was pretend recording on my little laptop. And like I was commentating and everything as I was doing this. And when I built this house, I was watching, I'm sure you've probably heard of him, a guy called iJevin. And he did, I remember what series it was. He was just a Minecraft Let's Play. And what I remember from this, or from that series, was he moved like a million blocks away. He teleported himself a million blocks away. Same world, just a million blocks away, and was starting new with like, I think just some diamond tools or whatnot. Or I just think he started from scratch. And he built this house. And I copied it watching the video, and I counted every block and placed and built this house. Then I changed some stuff. So like the floor wasn't quartz. I don't think he had a lava thing, but I'm not sure. This was supposed to be the kitchen. This was supposed to be a sunroom. I decided to turn it into like a tree thing. My porch that I'm pretty sure he had. I don't know what that was. What was that? Oh, an incinerator. That's what that was. This was my storage. And this was actually in his world. But that was the storage. Now that's how I powered my dropper. And I don't think... Oh wow. I don't think he had this enchant room. But, and this I know he didn't have on there. But yeah, this was the super flat world that I had that I was pretend YouTube creating. And oh, here's the tree farm. Hold on a second. My dog was dreaming. So this is the tree farm. That's what I was getting the saplings for the actual farm. And I've actually come back to this world in some modded, because again, like it was super. That was gonna be a cobblestone generator, but super flat ran so much better on my computer at the time, so I would play everything in the overworld super fat place super flat preset. There we go. Talking too fast. And yeah, it was just easier there. So I would start this world and build from it. It was interesting. I guess I never showed the skeleton farm. That is just underneath the tree farm. And that'll be it for this world. There's not much there. Yeah, I was actually very proud of myself for copying that house block for block, watching the video over and over again, making sure I counted everything properly. So, because I like the house, it was cool. Yeah, this here is, oh yeah, because it was right here in this cave. And since I didn't have slime, I built this, where like that one would put a block up for if I wanted XP, and that one would let them fall to their deaths. And I would AFK here for hours because it was so slow. Because I wanted them to fall to their death, so I went and they'd have to go up and come back down. It was rough. And I'd sit here with a compass or a what's it called, a clock. And every time I'd get dark, I'd go to sleep because I didn't want anything killing my villagers. So yeah, that was that world. All right, this one. Wait, I think I do know this one. So this one, if I remember right, I said yep, this was it. And I didn't make it very far, as you can tell by my items. This was the world I set myself goals to try and get me to stay playing it for longer. Needless to say, it didn't work. And I don't even remember what happened. I set like 10. It was like I needed like a double chest of iron, a small chest of diamonds, like getting so many resources. Uh, Kill the Ender Dragon, get a beacon, have stuff like that. That like I really thought was gonna keep me playing. It did not. It did not at all. The extent of this was the extent of my world was right here. This is it. There's nothing. I have a dog. That was it. Yeah, and the goals weren't even like all it would have been me doing is just mining for stuff. I wouldn't have even been like, building something epic. It was just mine. Yes, keep playing this world, mine, then you complete your goals. Like that was it. I think maybe some of the things were like, oh yeah, build a sugarcane farm, build a cactus farm. But again, it was nothing. Nothing crazy. I don't even know what was up with this. Like, why was that my door? It's a nice location though. I mean, that'd have been cool to build on, but yeah, I never did anything with it. So if this is the one that I think it is, and I don't think I made it too far. Again, this was another one. So I made the like overworld preset, and then this doesn't look like the one that I made it very far on, but I did the overworld preset, right? And you delete everything but the dirt and grass, and it pulls all of like the mine shafts and the strongholds and everything up out of the ground. And the goal was to survive on them. That was it. Don't touch the ground. You had like a day to collect anything you could, and then it was survive on on these. Would also make a cool series, like for like a Sky Factory something, but it'll probably never happen. Yeah, it was an interesting thought whenever I was little. All right, so this was Skyblock for me. And this was like I couldn't or I didn't know how to download maps per se. So I actually built Skyblock in creative mode, gave myself the stuff for it. I built even the like sand island wherever it's supposed to where is it supposed to be at? I don't even remember. I don't even remember. But and I would just go through all the things. This here is supposed to be a mushroom farm. Cactus. The first mob farm that I built that actually worked, and I didn't know why until I learned about spawning, like how things spawn. And being that that was the only place they could spawn, naturally it worked. And then I built another one over there for getting iron off of zombies and my spider separator, which I think this was the original spider separator, my stone sword, so I could sit here and whack away at the mobs, get XP and iron from zombies. And then this world was so the skyblock was so like poor, and my little crisscross tree farm that was cool, I guess. This cobblestone generator I was very proud of because it uses one source of lava, and I forget where I learned that from. I think it was from watching the Bayesian Canadian do his skyblock with Jerome and their friend Zach. And their friend Zach built this farm, and then I copied it off of that and built it myself because it was supposed to be so much quicker. Yeah, and there's my iron from the zombies. And then over here was the house I built that I copied from. Do I have anything in here? But I copied this house from Minecraft Manifest TV from I think his season 2 Super Flat Survival. I think that's the one this was on. I want to say yes. Yes, that was this one. Or no, he just did a tutorial on an old-fashioned or a medieval style house, and I followed it to the T. Yeah, and I don't obviously I don't think there'd be anything in the Nether. I don't remember. I doubt it. Yeah, no, this was. I don't even know if this was the actual spawn, to be honest. Because I know the portal did break, so I had to build that stairs. I don't even know. I don't know. Yeah, this was. And what's funny is that I'm going through and doing these worlds. I'm thinking of all like the other worlds because I'm seeing the names. Like, oh, I remember that one, and I remember everything about them. But then they look so different than I remember. Like, I don't remember. Like, I remember this layout, but I remember it being better. And I don't even know. I don't even know. Anyhow, on the next one. So this world I remember very, very well, and this was my island survival. It was all it was just this island, and I remember putting a lot of time into this, but also not a lot of time into this. And I shall alliterate here. So this here's my cobblestone generator. Like there's not a lot here, but I remember putting a lot of time into this. This here's my cobble generator. This design was actually a stone generator. This design was from Cube Hamster, I believe, and I don't even think he still makes videos. So he was a very good farm designer, but he like never uploaded. I don't think he uploads videos anymore. But it was like a super fat. I don't even. Does it still work? It does. So yeah, it was a super fast stone generator, and that's where I'd get all my cobblestone from. I was obsessed with cobblestone generators, apparently. And then this bridge here was supposed to bridge off to the mainland, because I actually went there once on a boat, and I came back with one birch sapling, and then when I harvested the birch, I completely forgot to pick up the saplings and I lost it. So, yeah, but then that bridge was supposed to be so I can bring a cow back here with wheat because we didn't have leads yet at the time. This world was in, it started in 1.4.2 because I remember having this world and discovering hoppers and everything for the first time and the daylight sensors. And I found out that there was an update because my brother updated. He's like, "Hey, there's a Minecraft update. Look at these new items." I'm like, "Oh, that's a mod. That's a mod. We can't get those." And then I opened my world and I had them. This here was the mine. It was a cave, and yeah, that's all that was. And this was the failed attempt at my first. No, not my first. It was supposed to be a mob farm, and I tried the whole 24 block high ones, and they weren't working. So I was like, oh, I'll try 10 blocks high. And that really didn't work. So yeah, this was a work in progress, destroy and rebuild it project. This here was supposed to be my passive mob farm. It didn't work because I didn't understand passive mob spawning. So I think these are like cave things or not strongholds, dungeons, I think, but I don't remember. So this was my house and my daylight sensors that I rigged up this way so the lights would turn on at dark. Yes. But this was my house. And over here, my plant room, the usual pumpkins and melons, my cactus, and then my I remember this house being better. It actually isn't a bad house design, I should say. My bedroom with the light that turns on at dark. And a bunch of junk in here. This was my incinerator. I would just reach through here, place all my items in the dispenser, and it would dispense them into the fire. My jukebox with blocks. My furnaces, enchant table. Again, I didn't have a whole... Oh, I did have a bit of diamonds, actually. Don't know why I never used them. This is my basement. What was down here? Oh, just storage, and then my skylight so I could see the water underneath. And this was my dock. Yeah, again, so there's not a lot here, but I do remember spending a lot of time in this world. And in the Nether, we have probably absolutely nothing again, because I never built Nether bases. That was just something I didn't do, was build Nether bases. Oh, I actually did build a nice bridge here. Hmm. Interesting. So yeah, like I said, I remember spending a lot of time in this world, but I did literally nothing in this world. That's a lot of these worlds. I remember spending a lot of time on them, but a lot of time back then was probably 2 weeks, maybe. I'd spend on a world. My first world, I spent a lot of time on, and I did a lot on there. But like everything else, like I would play for like 2 weeks, maybe three, and then I'd get bored and I'd quit playing them. And that was what happened to this one and a lot of the other ones I'm showing. So like that one where I was supposed to, I had my goals. I didn't even make it to any of the goals. I didn't even find diamonds, and then I got bored. So, but yeah, this was my island survival. So this world, if I'm not mistaken, well, it's my hardcore world. Oh, there he is. Ha! Wow. So this was my hardcore world, and actually, um, I was a nomad in this world. I didn't stay in one place for too long. This is actually my longest running hardcore world, and let's see, where do I find the days? Day 50. It ain't even that long. This is my longest running hardcore world. I did not hold still for very long. As you see, no chests. This is all I had to my name. This was it. Wonder what this here's supposed to be. And I was supposed to build like a tree house, I guess. And I guess you could say I mean, it's a tree house. Was this a mine? Oh, it was. Oh, that's cool. Not a whole lot shown in this world because I don't think I could retrace the blocks even if I... Oh wow, I had a lot of shit. I don't think I could retrace the blocks if I wanted to, in all honesty. So, yeah, I guess on to the next one. What was I doing here? Okay, well, that's floating. Let's over this way. Looks like just some tomfoolery. Which probably all it was. Alright, yeah, this was the test world. Hmm. I don't know the point of this, but okay. Okay. I don't know what I was testing in this world. I had so many test worlds with like 3 tests in them, and then that was it. I don't understand. Now this I do know what it was. It's supposed to, I don't know what was in the dispenser, but this was supposed to be, it would crush things down to a half heart, and it still works to this day. I do know that, but what was this? Hmm, I don't know. Alright, on to the next one. What? I don't have a whole lot of stuff, apparently. Um, Wait a minute. I vaguely remember this one. Hold on. I actually do vaguely remember this one. Oh, really? Yeah, I do. Huh. Wow. Yeah, well, I don't remember it, but I do remember it. So that there is supposed to be a zombie spawner. Yeah, this here's supposed to be a zombie spawner. And yes, it was a poor design anyway. Yeah, they would literally, they drop down here and you have to go through that whole convoluted thing. I don't know why I was obsessed with doing that. I wasn't really worried about speed. I just thought it was cool to make them, float around like that. But then over here was my house. And I don't really know what I was going for with it. So here was the main walk. A snow golem, Jeffrey, and a bunch of random junk everywhere. The house, this was supposed to be like a dream house or something like that. Oh wow, I actually did have diamond tools, snow blocks, cobble chest, junk chest. So what was down here? Oh, I'm gonna melon farm. Got ourselves a watchtower. Don't know the point of that, but okay. I guess so. Down here is gonna be the mine. Take it, I ran out of glass. Or, okay, this was mine. Maybe? Okay, nope, another portal. I know I didn't build anything great in there. Don't know where I was going with that either. Uh, See, I do think. Oh wow, another cobble generator. I don't know why I was obsessed with those. Or because it was the only thing I knew how to build. So not a whole lot. Oh wow, mob farm. Maybe that's what this was gonna be. Path to the mob farm, perhaps. I don't even know if it worked. If I remember right with this one too, I was gonna build a dock, but I couldn't get it to work right. Huh. Oh wow, village over there and one over there. That's cool. Yeah, not a whole lot to say about this one either, because like I vaguely remember this one, but I also don't. I've noticed with a lot of these worlds, like I barely get anywhere and I got bored of them.
Oh yeah? screw you guys, I'm going